Hello, my name is Shahab Al-Haddad. I'm a chemical biological engineering major at Colorado State University. Today I'll be discussing a comparison between the impact of biofuels and fossil fuels on the environment as a source of vehicle fuel. The main idea I would like to start discussing with is what is happening to our planet. Our planet is of course suffering from global warming. I hope everybody knows that here. Greenhouse gases are rising. 30% of those greenhouse gases are because of fossil fuels used in vehicles. The main question I'm asking is, can we replace the fossil fuels with biofuels? And can we improve our behavior overall to save the planet and embrace our planet and help make a future for ourselves? Hopefully the answer to all those questions is yes. The main idea I'd like to explain now is, how do vehicles work? Fuel is needed for an engine to work. Once you have fuel in the cylinder chamber, there is compression and a spark causing ignition, then combustion, which causes emissions at the end. The emissions are the main problem we're suffering with. There are many fuel options out there. Some of them are reliable, some of them are not reliable. For example, some of the hydrogen fuel is reliable but not available. The main ones we're going to be comparing today is biofuels and fossil fuels. Let's start with biofuels. Biofuels have a great advantage over fossil fuels because they reduce carbon emissions by 50% in comparison to fossil fuels. Another thing they do is they reduce the hydrocarbon emissions, which are based on the benzene rings, by 83 to 96%. Their relative toxicity is also reduced by 83%. Those are all great features that we are seeing. They also save the planet and save the humans, so it's a double win for us. They're a renewable source that doesn't run out because you're just growing corn, unlike fossil fuels, which you have to wait millions of years for fossil fuels to form. Biofuels also add a lot of economical resources because you add many jobs for farmers and then for the processing facilities, which is all going to be done in the United States versus crude oil being imported. So biofuels are actually becoming more popular just because the price of oil is increasing. The main question is, why can't we use them as a permanent replacement? As you can see here, the graphic on the right, the biofuels was 6% when in 2010, and right now 7.3% of the fuel used in the United States. If the prices of oil continue to be low, it's projected to grow 8.3. And if it continues to be high, if it gets high, it will be 13.5. Why do we have to wait for the oil prices to be the driving factor? Why can't the need for our environment, to save our environment, be the main cause and the main pushing factor? On the other hand, we have fossil fuels. They already exist and we are used to them. They're simple to process and use. We already have the infrastructure needed and the processing facilities needed to process crude oil, to make coal, to make everything out of the oil the US imports. We already have invested a lot of research in fossil fuels. All the vehicles are optimized for that. We have turbocharged engines which increase efficiency, etc. Fossil fuels do not impact food resources, while biofuels does because of the corn resources. Biofuels require complete overhaul, while the fossil fuels can be improved and more research. However, if we look at the diagram over here, carbon dioxide represents 65% of the greenhouse gases. Most of this is because of fossil fuel and industrial process. Replacing fossil fuel with biofuels will drastically decrease this category and save our planet. So overall, the advantage for fossil fuels is the existing infrastructure and us being used to it and the research we already have done. However, biofuels are much more efficient. They're clean energy. We already have integrated biofuels in our vehicles by the flex fuel vehicles. Hence, it's not going to be hard to move on and be 100% dependent on biofuels. They save our planet and our health, and they can even help out our economy. Thank you for attending.